The Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl, something they haven't done in 27 years. The Dallas Cowboys are currently tied with the 5th best odds to win Super Bowl 57. The hype is at an all-time high after their wild card round domination over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They marched into Tampa not having a single playoff win on the road in 30 years. Dak Prescott played the best ball of his career. The defense had a spectacular day shutting down Tom Brady in that Bucs offense, and Mike McCarthy had the team ready to go for their first game in this year's playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl if these things happen. There are 3 keys that could get the Cowboys a Lombardi trophy, and I'm going to break them all down in this video, so let's get into it. Coming in at number 1 and probably the most obvious of all, Dak Prescott. In the game against the Bucs, Prescott had his best game of the season, accounting for 5 total touchdowns, 4 passing, and 1 rushing. After 2 3-and-outs to start the game, the dude was complete money. He shredded the Bucs secondary for 300 yards, constantly making big-time throws on 3rd down to keep drives alive. The run game was alright, but it definitely didn't carry this offense like people think it needs to. If Prescott plays like he did in the Tampa game this coming week and the weeks to follow, there is no reason to think the Cowboys team can't win the Super Bowl. One of the biggest differences I saw in this game from Dak was his ability to use his legs, something we've seen kind of diminish since the ankle injury. But in this game, he was making plays on 3rd down to extend drives with his legs if there was no one open down the field. An encouraging sign for Cowboys fans because Dak can be deadly when he's on the move. A stat that I saw on Twitter that I thought was pretty cool was that Prescott is the only player in NFL history to have a rushing touchdown and passing touchdown in 4 straight playoff games. If the Cowboys quarterback uses his legs more often, it can take this offense to a whole new level and probably this team to the Super Bowl. Coming in at number 2 is Micah Parsons. I made a video earlier this season on the impact he has had on this Cowboys defense. He's their X factor. He makes this defense better than it is on every single snap, and we saw it in the playoff game against Tampa. He was all over the place in Tampa and racked up 10 total pressures on Brady, even drawing a holding penalty to end the first drive. 8 of his rushes were won on the right edge, winning a staggering 22.2% of his reps, and 2 pressures from left edge, where he won 12.5% of his reps, according to Next Gen Stats. As many of you know, I was at this game, and you could just see the speed on the field. The burst he had off the ball seemed like the best it's been all year. I know he's a smaller framed guy, and the season has worn on him a little bit, but in Sunday's wildcard round, it was hard for anybody to handle him on that Bucs offensive line. I know the 49ers have better tackles, so it'll be interesting to see if Micah can find his way around Trent Williams, because that is going to be a huge matchup in this game. It feels like Micah has really activated playoff mode, and the Cowboys are going to need him to get after Brock Purdy on Sunday and other quarterbacks if the team wants to continue on. Before we get into the last and final key that I think is the biggest to this Cowboys playoff run, I wanted to tell you all about my 2023 NFL Draft Guide. And it's my first one ever. But if you love draft content or you just enjoy supporting the channel, if you get a channel membership for just $2.99 a month, you'll get a ton of channel perks and the full draft guide. And once draft season is over, you don't have to keep it. I would say draft season is just 3 months, so that's $9 total. And the full guide is already in the works. So if that's something you're interested in, please check it out after the video. The last and final key to a Cowboys Super Bowl win is the defensive secondary. We all know it can be pretty shaky back there at times because of the injuries to Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown. And over the past few weeks, the Cowboys have really just thrown stuff at the wall, hoping it would stick. But I think they found the perfect combination in the wildcard round. Still younger cornerback / safety Israel Mukuamu got his chance to prove he should be playing, and he took advantage of it. His 6'4" frame really added some length to this defense, and I thought he played magnificent. The Cowboys' combination of pass rush and coverage on the back end is what made this unit so good to start the season. But with injuries to the secondary, it's been pretty rough over the past few weeks. That was up until the Cowboys played Tom Brady. Dan Quinn is going to have to continue to dial up different packages to make sure other teams aren't picking on one particular guy in the secondary. In round 1, Dan Quinn proved he could do that. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.